Hello, everybody. I'm Mike,
And I'm Maria.
and this is TalkAlley.
Hi, Mike.
Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope the last week was pleasant for you, even especially for those who came back already in the first week of January to work. For those who are still on vacation and come back next week or even next week, lucky you. So we're able to do some having New Year's walkouts with the family to straighten a bit the weight that we collected over the holidays. Also for myself, but yes, we were able to do some interesting things together with the family. Yeah, do some workout and to realize the New Year's resolution that we had in mind and bring them over to this year.
We had a New Year resolution.
Yes, become better
Better in what?
in all aspects.
Okay.
Don't cry on me, please.
Okay, so yes, for all of those who are following me on Facebook, I have temporarily I have a new account because my old account was mass reported because of my political post by trolls. It was massive, so I'm not allowed to post, comment, make reactions, or even send messages via messenger. So I'm really sorry if I receive a lot of messages and my inbox is flooding, so I'm sorry if I can't message all of you right away. But if I've requested, I've sent a friend request for a different account, please do accept me. Thank you very much for all the hundreds of people who have already accepted. Thank you. So from yesterday, there's so many requests already, and there's so many friends in my inbox. I'm my friends list now, so yeah, thank you for those who are my friends now on Facebook again. So there.
Yes. So people, please. It sounds cliche, but ask yourselves before deciding to vote if this person can stand up in front of God and say to him or her if he is really worthy to serve the Philippines.
Yes, Mike. Back home in the Philippines, the people are not only faced with natural calamities, pandemic, job loss, deaths due to various means like extrajudicial killings, corruptions. The 2022 elections will be one of the most crucial in the country's history, as the new set of leaders that will emerge will be responsible for lifting the Philippines upward and forward after the economic slump, which of course was felt worldwide and was caused by the pandemic. So what can we expect in the lead up to May 2022? The future is up to all the registered voters. And of course, as what Mike said, please vote and think wisely.
Yes.
Don't let trolls rule your country. So there.
Yes.
Anyway.
So here in Germany, the pandemic situation has yet to improve. The 7-day incidence rose to 362.7 per 100,000 persons, and it's rising really fast. Yeah, the new infections here compared to the previous week, it tripled. Yes. So we hope, or we will see maybe some more restrictions coming up. Some of the federal states of Germany already locked down, for example, Bavaria. And we have also rising riots in the eastern parts of Germany, and people just get injured, and that doesn't have to be like that. So I hope that people come to their senses, especially in 2022, and we'll hope that things will just get better.
Yes, of course. We hope Everything will get better soon, especially in Germany. We do miss traveling and meeting our friends, and we are missing so much as young kids are growing up. This is like the worst time to be a child. You're all stuck in your houses, can't go out, can't be free. There's so many restrictions, and this is a time where you think that it's very how privileged we were when we were free, and we were
Yeah,
we,
just go wherever you want. You don't have to.
exactly, we have those freedom, and we took it all for
You don't
granted.
have to do a test beforehand. I sent my son yesterday first time for a swimming course, and that day before the restriction from 2G went to 2G plus. So I have to be either I had to be boosted, or I have to have an actual test certificate from the test center. So I went back a town before Darmstadt, made a test and went back. My son came a bit late, but this was a little bit stressful. So yeah,
Yeah. So there.
but we will be boosted next week Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yes, we're looking forward to be in pain again.
Yes, and also for listeners and viewers, please comment what you think about the current restrictions and how you feel to always being asked or show your certificate and your ID, because I have read that there is an ID that you can avail at the pharmacy where you can have an ID that will combine your vaccination certificate plus your ID. So if you are going somewhere to the mall, you just have to show this ID, and someone will scan it, and then you are good to go inside. You don't have to pull out your app and then pull up your ID, and just to show the ID, and then you're good.
Mhm. Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
But there are so many. Yeah, I'm sure Germany will figure it out everything, especially the security side of it. Right?
Yes.
It's going
Slowly
to
but
be-
surely.
Yeah, definitely. So,
Mhm.
we have a guest today.
Yes, but we have a
But
guest today.
before-
But before, this show is also
Oh yeah,
Yes.
like meanwhile in the Philippines again, as recorded, it recorded its highest number of COVID-19 cases since Sunday. So for a day they had 28,707 fresh cases. My God,
yes.
that's a lot of people. Which I think the totality for the entire nation, so more than 2 million people have COVID.
Yeah, it's
already.
almost as much as in Germany, where they had yesterday or today around 34,000. And yeah,
Yeah, so last okay. So we hope it's gonna be better soon. Free mass testing is needed so that you know more who's infected with what, and Anyway, so Mike, this episode is brought to us by.
yes. If you want to learn a language, do you like to learn language?
Of course,
Yes,
I want to
then
learn.
this is
I don't
yours.
have a choice.
Yes.
So
So
now let's
Japanese
watch
for me
this.
would be, but check out this. Yes, multitaskers language. They teach German and other European languages. They have, of course, courses for adults and kids and teens. You can either get one group session or one individual session free of charge. All the above listed courses are also available as individual tuition. If you're interested, please indicate the course and the level, and also whether you're interested in a course for adults or kids. And Multitaskers Language will send you personal messages with video examples of their online lessons. Link to their reviews, exact timing, and prices. All materials are written placement tests, and an oral interview are free of charge. If you want to contact them, please email them via info@multi-taskers.de, on WhatsApp +49 1520 958 2603. Maria, today we're going to hear some beautiful music from our guest. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And of course, our guest for today is, I'm really proud of her. She's the daughter of a friend of mine and a
Mhm.
schoolmate of mine, Mataji. Hello there. I'm sure mommy is watching right now. So, um, as some of you may know her on social media as Ali or Chai, she's an 18-year-old Libra and a psychology major in the Philippines. Her friends say she's a jack of all trades. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaliaa Shristi B. Sharma.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hello, thank you
Hello.
so much for having me.
Of course, we are very honored
Yes.
that
Thank you for being with us at TalkAlley.
yes, such a young girl is here with us today. Of course, we want to get to know more about you. So, Mike,
Yes.
this is Aaliaa. Yeah,
Yes. Good evening. How's the COVID
COVID. Yeah,
situation there
we
in
want
the
to
area
know.
right now?
Oh, in my specific area right now,
Mhm.
I think because of the spike that's happened in Manila and the neighboring cities, I
Mhm.
guess we've decided to sort of go into like a mild lockdown situation. Well, not really, but it's
Mhm.
more of like it's everyone's urge just to not go outside and not to,
Mhm.
you know, to go around, and if they're
Mhm.
not capable
There.
enough as well, like senior citizens and kids are not allowed to go outside and go and
Mhm.
move around and things like that. So it's
Mhm.
definitely going out only for necessities. Yeah, so we're all trying to stay very, very safe because the new variant isn't here yet. Knock on wood that it won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so far it's not as bad as Manila and not as bad as the capital and things like that. So
Mhm.
I'm very glad.
So, are like the restaurants or malls, are they also closed or are they open?
The malls and restaurants are open. Um, the malls and restaurants are open, but only for those who are vaccinated and those for who have like the vaccination card. So very strictly like, but it's only strictly for like if you need to take and go out and stuff like that. We're trying to be very, very all very, very safe here.
Okay.
So
Here, you
yeah.
need, even if you're vaccinated, you need to get tested, right? So
Oh
within
wow.
24 hours.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you need to have a test and you need to be vaccinated as well before you enter any place, actually.
Yeah. Very
Yes,
strict.
even in the mall, all stores, we usually like go to a center in our area and then we get these bracelets to show our
Oh.
IT vaccination cards and tests
Mhm.
so that when you go around, you just show your badge.
Yes. You don't have to show it every time you
Yeah,
go somewhere because our boutiques are scattered around in our city.
yeah,
And yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So
mm,
Okay.
you're like going to the
like
resorts.
yeah,
You know the one
You have the
who, when you
bracelet.
yeah,
then there's a what call this QR code, and
QR code.
then yeah, they scan it.
Yes.
So
Wow.
that's how it works.
So we can
That's
take
very
time.
modern. That's very high tech.
That's how it works. So they're even thinking of having just a national ID card for like vaccination card,
Correct.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But I
see.
do,
I see.
which is more, oh, maybe in the future, because I have a colleague who invented a biohacks, right?
Biohacks. Yes.
A chip where they inject it. I think you've been to Sweden. Have you been to Sweden?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have been. So
I
who
went to
lives
school
in,
there for a
he
year.
who biohacks lives in Sweden. We started a
Oh.
company where we microchip people.
Mm.
Anyway, so
Right, and then you just scan like
yeah,
your wrist or
exactly.
something.
Yeah, so efficient. Anyway, so you're not back in school.
We're all doing online school.
Oh, until
Yeah.
now. How
My
long has it
classes
been?
started I think last week.
But since the pandemic, how long has it been that you had online?
Here in my city, none of us ever since the first pandemic, ever since March, it's been online of
2019?
2020. Yeah, so we've been online school, wow, for almost 2 years now. I didn't even
Reality.
realize.
Yes, almost 2 years. Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
really crazy
I
and sad.
graduated online, the whole everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, here in Germany, they try. The last option is that they will shut down the educational system.
that's
This
the
is
last,
this is
last,
the
last.
last, really last resort they will do, which is good, because
Yeah.
kids really suffer if they don't really have
We
this
are
Right,
also
yeah.
personal
we're
contact.
also very concerned of the what's that name again?
The current variant,
The current variant,
yes, the Omicron
the
variant.
Omicron.
Omicron?
You know, when I first heard that word, Transformers, right away went into
Yeah, it
my
sounds very Optimus
very,
Prime.
exactly, very robotic. It's so I laughed at it, but now it's going crazy in the Philippines, right?
Mhm.
Back home, it
Yeah, yeah,
spreads
yeah.
so fast, and it's just so
Right.
sad.
No, and then the recent news about what happened in Poblacion as well in
Mm,
Manila.
the
I didn't
publishing.
know what happened, so I had to have a friend explain it to me, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It was so irresponsible. You know, we talked about it last time about that girl who came from the US and then went to a party which she
Did a
was not
party. Okay,
invited
yes,
in the
I
first
can
place.
recall. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wasn't invited. She's like a third wheel or something. Anyway, she just went there because she's a girlfriend of a friend of the family or
Hmm.
something like that. She's not even invited to the party. You know, she was there and she was spreading her virus. She left the hotel
Hmm.
because she was supposed to be under
Yes.
quarantine and she skipped
For
it
like a week.
because she said, yeah, she is well connected. So anyway,
Wow.
so now people see how connection really damages a lot.
Networking.
Nepotism and all that bad things, toxic, toxic culture of the Philippines back home is not really helping right now. So, before we ask Aaliaa more questions, because we are going to ask you more questions,
Go,
but
sure.
we're seeing and we're excited. So, your
Yeah,
first
of
song,
course. Yes, by Olivia Rodrigo. I'm so
okay,
excited. Okay,
Aaliaa, the
I'll
stage is yours.
I'll bring in my trusty instrument here with my stickers.
The
All
ukulele, right?
right. Yes, this is the ukulele.
Mhm.
All right. So the song is called "Traitor" by Olivia Rodrigo, who is also part Filipino as well. So with we just Filipino represent. But yeah, she recently came into the new music scene, so I'm very happy to be able to sing this. But yeah. Brown guilty eyes and little white lies. Yeah, I played dumb, but I always knew that you talked to her, maybe did even worse. I kept quiet so I could keep you. But ain't it funny how you ran to her the second that we called it quits? But ain't it funny how you said you were friends? Now it sure as hell don't look like it. You betrayed me, and I know that you'll never feel sorry for the way you hurt. Yeah, you talked to her when we were together, loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. Now you bring her around just to shut me down, show her off like she's a new trophy. And now if it were true, there's no damn way that you could fall in love with someone that quickly. But ain't it funny? All the twisted games, all the questions you used to avoid. But ain't it funny first, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. You're still a traitor. God, I wish that you had thought this through before I went and fell in love with you. Now you're sleeping in the bed we made. Don't you dare forget about the way you betrayed me. And I know that you'll never feel sorry for the way you hurt. Yeah, you talked to her when we were together, loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. You're still a traitor. You're still a traitor. Thank you. That was Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo. I don't think I can hear you. I think it's on mute.
It is on.
Okay, yes.
We didn't want to disrupt you.
Not at all.
We didn't want to disrupt you, so we wanted to make sure that we are quiet. And we're not singing along, so embarrassing.
No, please do.
Yes, but and before we head to more questions, this
Yeah, this song is brought to you by Amazing Pure Organic Barley, which provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Escudero. You may also email her at jess@escudero.de for more information.
I am Maritoni Fernandez, and we are in the middle of a barley field here in Swan Hill, Australia.
Well, we think we have the best barley in the world because of our clean irrigation water. Water comes from the Murray River, which is a freshwater river. All our drinking water comes from the Murray River too. So it's full of nutrients, and also the climate is perfect for growing winter cereals. Clean, green, certified organic.
Yeah, we're certified with NASA, which is one of the Australian certifications for organic. IAM Worldwide gets its barley grass powders from Herbal, which sources them from us at Nutrigreen, so you're guaranteed the best barley grass powders in the world.
I am truly proud to say that we are now the sole distributor in the Philippines for Nutrigreen barley.
So Amazing Pure Organic Barley provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For inquiries, please contact Ms. Jess Esquilio. You may also email her at jess@esquilio.de for more information.
Yes. So as you can see here down in the ticker below, you'll see Aaliaa's Facebook and YouTube. I also fished out.
Yes, follow her.
Follow her. Yes, follow her. Subscribe. The same as I did here. You can see I subscribed her already on her YouTube channel. Wonderful videos, wonderful content.
Okay. So, Aaliaa, besides singing, you donated your hair. Was it last year?
Actually, last month.
Oh, last month.
Last
Oh,
month?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
December. So,
2021.
yes, last year.
Last year.
Yeah, this is the
Okay. So, could you tell us more about it?
Okay, so I had, oh wow, my YouTube is plugged. I've had relatively very long hair growing up. And I've dyed it a couple times, and I went all crazy colors during my very early teenage years. I went red and purple and orange. But yeah, so after I cut all of the dried, dead ends off, I decided to, it's like, let's see how it goes to just have completely like untampered with hair. So I went for that for about a year. I grew it out the entire 2020, and I cut it for like maintenance and stuff. Um, and it went to a point. I guess I just didn't realize it. It went to a point where it went to like until my hips, and it was so long, all the way, and it took forever to shampoo and forever to braid, and took so long to get ready in the morning. But I definitely enjoyed it very much, and I was like, it's always been in the bucket list of mine to have like a boy cut, a very like super short hair. So I sort of searched, throughout Pinterest for like androgynous haircuts or any sort of pixie cut situation. So I found one that I liked, and I said, okay, what am I gonna do with all of the hair that's still there? So I was like, okay, you know what? How about I just donate it, because it's always been something in mind for me to do. So yeah, I did Facebook research, and I googled like places to donate in the Philippines, and I found one which is called Hair for Hope. It is by the European Hair Factory here in the Philippines, and they give wigs to cancer kids and cancer patients as well. And I thought, I want to donate, and I want to give something back. So I cut it. It was like the most amazing situation, because I went to the salon, and they were so nice about everything, and they braided each lock, and they had it all stretched out and everything. The minimum was 12 inches. I think my hair ended up being like 14 or something. Like the minimum was like 10 or 12, and it ended up being 14 inches, because it was just so much hair, because it's Indian hair as well. So it's thick and voluminous, and so yeah,
So
I braided it, I put it in. Yes?
I'm sorry. So you just found out about Hair for Hope on your own.
Yeah, I just Googled it, and I went to Facebook, and I typed hair donation places, and that's the one that I found out. So
How's the
I
process?
read through the terms of
Did you
agreement.
mail it to them? Your hair?
Yeah, sorry.
How
Yeah, I
how is the
mailed it to
process?
them.
You mailed it to them. So
So they
does it
had
have like
a
qualifications or something like certain length or?
Yeah, okay. So for those who want to donate their hair to Hair
Mhm.
for Hope, I obviously, of course, I encourage it. Yeah, this was the picture that I found. So your hair needs to be at least 12 inches in length. Preferably, I guess, dried, of course, and shower beforehand and dry it. Um, you section your each lock first by a rubber band, then you braid it, and then you tie it at the end, so you have one sort of lock, and you put it how many you have. I had quite a bit, but you put it in a Ziploc bag, seal it. I put a little card which had my name, my full name, my address, and my social media, and I put that inside the bag. I sealed it, and I went to LBC, because none of the other I think none of the other hair like mailing places accept hair. So
LBC
it
only
went.
accepts it, ladies and gentlemen. So take note of that.
So I took a little bit more. It took a little bit more money to ship it, but it's completely worth it, of course. So they won't allow it to ship by plane, so it won't arrive in like a week. Yeah. According to what the lady said, she said it's gonna go by ship, like for it to be sent. So it's gonna take maybe like a month. And I said, you know what? I've done my part, and it'll reach it. It needs to reach it. Everything is up. But I think I got the text though that said, "Hey, it's there. We got it. Thank you." And then I posted it on Facebook, and I sent them my picture, and I said, "Thank you for this opportunity." And they posted a little picture of me with my lock, because they use it for like to show other people as well, with all the other girls and guys as well who've
Yes,
donated their
yes,
hair.
yes. especially now, like me, I've never been to a salon like for so long because of the pandemic. I'm also a bit, I'm not really comfortable right now to go to a
Mm-hmm.
salon to have
Yeah.
someone touch my hair, touch me, to be around people.
Yeah, of course. It's just the
We're not
anxiety right
even
now.
going out really. We're just so fortunate that we are here working at home. But yes, it's been a while since I've been to a salon. Yes, you can see my hair is multicolored now with varnish streaks.
Yes. So this will be an option, opportunity for you to cut your
Exactly.
hair.
Exactly. Now, since a lot of people are like me,
Mhm.
they can't. It's so hard to book yourself for an
Mhm.
appointment in a salon, or you are really like
Oh.
me doesn't want to be in a salon at the moment. So you have an option if you want to like make a drastic change for 2022. I'm
Yeah.
sure a lot
Yeah.
of people usually, especially Asians, they like cut their hair for new
Yeah, I
for
do that. It's sort of a
yes,
thing that I do, a tradition for myself.
thing,
Every year I cut
exactly.
my hair.
They cut their hair for the new year.
Yes.
It's like a new
Release
thing.
all negativity.
Exactly. So now you have an option. It's just it's worth it because you're just sitting at home wondering to yourself, what am I going to do? Now you can do something if you cut your hair.
Yeah.
Please do donate it to Hair for Hope and use LVC, of course. And yes, and boys too, right? They
Yes,
boys.
there's so many guys as well who donate their hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids,
Yeah.
they accept all hair types as well, so it doesn't matter if you have curly hair, straight
Mhm.
hair, anything. So they accept all hair types as well.
Yeah. Wonderful. And this goes to a good place.
A
Someone
good
is
cause.
doing a good cause.
Yeah. You can
Definitely.
message them for a certificate if you like. I don't think I messaged for a certificate, but you can. It's
Mhm.
definitely an option.
Okay,
Okay.
great. I can put that on the wall.
Yes, and
If ever.
if you want to
Yeah.
contact them,
I
down
donated
below.
hair.
And also, not only, I just remember breakup. Those who are, just break up,
Right.
usually going to cut their hair off.
For a
And
new
now you
look.
do girls who just broke up with their sweethearts.
Okay, I'm not interested.
It's a thing. It's a
Yeah.
girl thing. Anyway,
New
so
look.
Now, Maria, let's listen to Aaliaa as
yeah.
she sings Lemon Boy by Cave Town.
Okay.
Okay. So which is yours for lemon ball?
Hey.
Yay.
This Lemon Boy by Cave Town is one of my sort of my staple songs that I always play
Yeah.
during for anything. Like it's just the one thing that I can remember, and my mom enjoys it as well. So yeah. There once was a bittersweet man, and they called him Lemon Boy. He was growing in my garden, and I pulled him out by his hair like a weed. And like weeds do, he only came and grew back again. So I figured this time I might as well let him be. Lemon Boy and me, we just gotta get along together. I helped him plant his seeds and we mowed the lawn in bad weather. It's actually pretty easy being nice to a bitter boy like him. So I got myself a citrus friend. As soon as bittersweet started to rub off on me, who knew smelling like lemon zest would be pretty neat. I found out that my friends were more of the savory type, so they weren't too keen on compromising with a nice lemon pie. So Lemon Boy and me, we just gotta get along together. I helped him plant his seeds and we mowed the lawn in bad weather. It's actually pretty easy being nice to a little boy like him. So I got myself a citrus friend. But what if I run out of fertilizer? What if the clouds run out of rain? What if lemon boy won't grow no longer? What if beaches run sugar cane? Oh, the whales will start to beach themselves. Tortoise shells tear away from their spike. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Lemon boy and me, we're gonna live forever. Like snuff in a little mite. We'll be around forever. Lemon boy and I, we're gonna live forever. Like snuff in a little mite. We'll get around forever. It's actually pretty easy being nice to a bitter boy like him. So I got myself a citrus friend. Yay! That's Lemon Boy.
Very good.
Very lovely song. It's always when I hear someone play this music instrument, I always think about beach and chillax.
Yeah, back home.
Back
Yeah.
home,
Reminds me of the Philippines.
yes,
Exactly.
paradise.
And if life gives you lemons, you make a lemon boy.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Definitely a lemon boy.
Okay. Well, I found something here from what you mentioned earlier. This is you.
Ah!
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you.
Look how long her hair is. The
Yes.
hair she donated.
Yes.
That's
It was like
great.
heavy to pick up.
Oh, really?
Ah,
Oh,
it was you call it braided? Is it braided?
That's braid.
Yes, it's
Oh.
braided.
So
So
more-
usually when you obviously when you shine the locks and stuff, it's usually a bigger lock per per bunch. But they said my hair is so thick that we have to divide it into small individual strands for any sort of like cutting and braiding to happen. So that's why there's so many.
So we just want to, yeah, okay. So that's how you need to do what the process of donating your hair. You need to braid it in sections, put it in a Ziploc, and then put a card inside about your information, right? Contact
Yeah.
information in the bag, and then send it by LBC. And that's basically it, right?
To their address there on the picture.
So as you can see, it's braided by sections, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. It's a kind of wow. It's really long. It's really long. Your hair was really long. Imagine because if you unbraid that goes longer, right?
It goes longer, yeah. I think if I took a tape measure and I went all the way down there, it was like at least maybe 15
Yeah.
inches.
If you
So-
put it both until the hips, then that's long hair.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of work to do.
hair.
Yeah.
A lot of hair. So what did your mom say? I'm sure she's proud of you.
Oh well, she definitely was like, yeah, you go for it. Very supportive about everything. I think I've also been
course.
telling her that I've wanted to cut my hair for a long time because I've told her that I wanted to cut my hair super short for like 2 months to 3 months before I actually did it. So I just kept talking about it. And she's like, why aren't you doing it yet? And I'm just like, I'm waiting for the end of the month. So it's like fresh start.
So follow the Filipino Asian tradition. It's the really Asian, just really what do you call this? Evolved, just adopted. It has adopted the culture.
Yeah.
So thank you for your music, Aaliaa. You're
you.
taking up psychology, right?
Yes, I'm taking up psychology.
Do you think mental health issues should be given more importance by society and now because of the pandemic by the government?
Of course. I mean, as much as physical health is very, important to keep yourself, fit and well,
Mhm.
um, physical health will not sort of, I guess, blossom in the same way it would if your mental wasn't strong as well. Because everything sort of starts and ends with the mind, and with how you think and stuff. So if you don't feel well, if you're stressed out, you won't have energy to, exercise, and you won't have energy to go out and, or like eat or like have any sort of way to sort of fuel your body, right? It's
Mhm.
definitely something that should be prioritized more. I know a lot of schools in Europe as well who have like every Wednesday is off for like a mental health day with like a break, which I think is a very nice idea. I think a couple universities here in the Philippines also adopted that. Um,
Mhm.
the only one that I know of is um, CPU, Central Philippine University in Iloilo, who has a mental health day off. So Wednesday or like is their day off. My school had a mental health week the other couple months ago, which was actually very interesting because um, apart from because when you're in college, apart from having only like 4 or 3 classes a day, having a mental health week sort of shifted everything almost because my teacher said, look, it's going to be mental health week, please focus on yourselves. If we send modules, if we send homework or anything, please don't open them. We're just trying to put it there, just don't open them. We strictly advise you not to do anything school related this week, just for you to rest. um,
Yeah.
so that was very nice, and I definitely think the government, of course, should take um, should for it to be important to them,
Mhm.
and definitely something that should be implemented, um, because how we think and how we feel determines how we go about our day, and we don't want people who it's like losing that one cup of coffee in the morning, in that sense where you just won't feel right if you've overstressed yourself, or if you've outdone it. I'm the type of person who, if I overwork myself, I get sick. So definitely, everybody should take their vitamins as well. But yeah, mental
Mhm.
health first, of course. And if you don't want to do something, please just don't do it. Don't force yourself to do it. A lot time, I always advise. I always advise my friends um, to not really put all of their mental capacity in school and things like that, because if you overwork yourself, then how will you continue to go about the whole year, because college is 4 years, and if you're going to burn out the first year, then it's
Mhm.
not the best
Yeah.
continuing.
That's
Yeah.
true. Especially now, during the pandemic, we need both your mental and physical health.
Yeah.
It's really
it
hard, for a lot of people. Some people are not as strong as us, and or surrounded by family. But yeah, we need both really to survive this. If we want to still see the New
yeah.
Year of 2023, we really
Yeah,
need to try. Really, it comes from us. It comes from each
it
and every
does,
one. Exactly.
especially
And
with
you
the
know,
whole online system. Yeah.
Yes.
Leah, Mike and I are from CPU.
Oh
Yes, we
wow.
are Golden Lions and we are proud.
Okay.
And speaking
Wow.
of, yes, you're correct that they do have the program now.
Mhm.
But
Mm-hmm.
CPU has always had programs which deals with mental health, although
Oh
it
wow,
wasn't
that's
just mental
amazing.
health then, but we have
Yeah.
already programs there ever since the world began. We do have when we go to the for praying and singing. What's that?
This is the Christ Emphasis Week.
The Christ. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot.
I think
Oh my God,
every
we have that
semester.
like forever.
Yes.
The Christ Emphasis Week. So
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
yeah, you have that already. It's been practiced. It's been a culture in CPU. So it's been made to guide the students, the entire community. That they have an option. They can they have options to, to be away from the academics, and they can chill, relax. It's a time for students to just relax and hang out with their classmates, and sing
Yeah.
together. We
Yeah,
have that.
that,
And
that was before the pandemic. I don't know. It was
Very
quite
yeah,
a bit.
different online.
they did
Yes,
that online. We have Christ Emphasis Week
yes,
online
yeah.
too. They continue the
We
program
had it as
online.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And before that, because my foundation was Philomar Christian
Mm.
College as well, and university now. And of course, Philomar is a sister school of CPU,
Of
and it's
CPU, yes.
in Capi, so it's the same. We also had that in Philomar, and proudly they also practice that for the students.
Yes.
That's
So
good.
there, yeah, it's not called mental health, thing.
It's mental health week, but then it's also Christ week, which is okay because I think for our Christ emphasis week, we just had to watch. We had like a pre-lecture of like different pastors and priests
Mhm.
who yeah, wanted to like, to have like the message with the theme as well. So then we had to write a reflection on it, and that was pretty
Yes,
much it. So it was
that is the
very
thing. The word that is the term. It is the time to reflect and
yeah.
to, get to know other people around you, reach out to people. So it's the same thing, when you say about programs for mental health. Those are the things that they also encourage. You need to reflect on yourself, to reach out to people, to relax. It's just a moment for yourself and for your friends, away from stress-free environment. So
Yeah.
that's how it is. And I'm so glad the program is being catered in our region, in our area, in the Western Visayas. They've already been
Yes.
practicing that. So I think, yeah, generally the Ilonggos, they're so stress free. It shows like when the pandemic hit, they were so chill about it. No, it's not so much cases, right? Yes, compared to the
It
other,
was a bit. It was a bit much. I think
maybe to relax.
2021. Yeah, maybe a bit too relaxed
Maybe they
because even when the cases were high, there was still like people roaming around.
get inside your house. And of course, Mike, her mother, Mataji, is she the first one who introduced yoga in the province?
I don't. I'm not so sure about that, but um, of like if
Whether
whether she was the first, but definitely she did.
introduced it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
It's
have
also,
like our little yoga community here, and
mm-mm.
for meditation and stuff as well. So that's very
Yeah,
nice as well. Yeah.
things I look forward to when I go back home.
Yeah, of course.
But not now.
Okay, so
Because
Right.
let's get out of the Philippines and ask the question. You lived in Europe for a while as well,
Yes.
right? So for how
how
long?
long?
You mentioned
Uh,
London earlier.
I count it by grade because I moved around a lot. We moved around a lot.
Mhm.
So each grade was a different country. So my grade 2 was in Norway, and my grade 4 was in Sweden. Yes. And then I think grade 3 was in Africa and other places as well. So grade
You've
2 and
been
grade 4. So about 2 years together.
2 years.
Mhm.
Okay,
Where
that's
in Africa?
Sorry?
where in Africa?
Oh, in Botswana. That
Oh,
was grade 3, yeah, in Botswana, Africa, in Habarone.
Okay. They speak Swahili.
They speak Setswana. Yeah, that's
Okay.
their language there, if I remember
wow.
correctly.
Were you able to pick up a bit of the language?
There was a point in time where I definitely did.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where I learned a lot of languages because it's in school and you pick it up from
Mhm.
classmates. But I pretty much forgot all of it, trying to learn our local dialect here. So,
How
but
can
yeah,
you
so I
speak
don't think I know
Ilonggo?
much. I try.
I know.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to practice because I don't want to, be that sort of immigration immigrant, like, and the immigrant who can't really speak her hometown language. And I think that's something my mom prioritized, which is why we came back here, for me to finally like go back to my roots. And if my friends can vouch for me, I say I'm doing pretty well so far.
Okay.
And
good to
your
hear.
amazing teacher from Botswana also greets
Ah,
you.
yes, hi, Mr. Mino.
Passion
Yes, it's one
Batwa.
in Botswana.
Hello
Yes.
from Botswana. And yeah, and because of that, we're gonna greet a lot of people here who is watching us worldwide. Actually, especially for OFWs, Aaliaa, they watch after they get off from work. So that's
Oh
how
wow, yeah.
because they can't watch right away. So usually our viewers watch later on, so it's okay. So I'm glad that this is recorded.
Hello.
So Ross from Capiz also says hi. Jessica Gross, our friend.
Hi,
Hello,
Jessica.
Jessica. Rosy Jan Jimenez is watching from the Netherlands. Hello. Arvin Roy
Hello.
Funfun. Halista Loriana Conlu. Hello. Jessica. Hello. And Francesca. Your mom is watching. Hi,
Of
Mataji.
course. My Lola is
Yes.
as well in the other room.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Hi, 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 hi. So, Mary Jansen Hagisan is also watching. Hyacinth
My classmate.
Aleman. Hello, guys.
Hi,
Oh,
friends.
that's a very supportive classmates. Camille Patricia is also watching. Andrea Donato.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, yeah, your teacher from Botswana and
Yes.
all the others. Hey, 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 he says. May Bolaño, hello. And to all the others who are watching, thank you so much for supporting us every time we go live. So, besides, so Africa, Europe, other than that, did you also live in other Asian countries?
Um, in terms of living, it was here in the Philippines, in India. Uh, I have like a mental thing of the globe here on where. So it
Yeah.
was here in the Philippines, and then India, then Norway, then Botswana, then Sweden, then back to India, um, and then back to the Philippines, and then bounce back and forth to India and back to the Philippines a bit, and then now until now, yeah.
Okay.
She's been
Hi,
bouncing a
Mabel
bit.
Agno from UK. She said she's watching from
Wow.
UK. Thank you very much.
Hello.
So, okay. So, just for the benefit of everybody, why
Yeah.
were you all over the world? They're wondering, why
um,
is he traveling at a very young age? Why? Why were you traveling so much?
I discovered the passion early. I'm joking. It's because my parents were IB school teachers, and um, we moved around a lot because my mom got offers to move actually. Yeah, for international schools, I can hear her through the wall. For international schools, yes. So the
Okay.
schools that I went to, the schools that I studied in, were all international schools in which she was also working at, and my dad as well. So we were all, yeah, and my mom just kept getting offers to keep moving around, and we followed, followed
Oh,
around.
thanks. It's
Yeah.
actually a great opportunity. Yeah. Thank your
Yes,
parents.
yeah.
You
No,
uh,
my parents had a very, like, I don't know, they kept telling me they planned all of it per se, because they said, why learn from a textbook when you can like do the real thing. So they definitely, like, apparently my mom said she planned it all out or something. So whenever we were in Europe, we made sure to visit like the sites in Europe, to learn about culture. And then it just so happens that learn it the next year, a couple years after that. Um, so when we were in Sweden and Norway, we got to visit Denmark and Italy, and Denmark and Italy, and wow, I think I'm missing so many, in Spain.
How about Germany?
Oh, and Germany, yes, we went to
Yes.
Germany as well.
Hello.
Completely forgot. But yes, yes, in Germany, Berlin, yeah.
Yes.
What's your most favorite site?
Or place, country.
Place, sites. Yeah.
Uh, to visit. Wow, I really don't know. You know, a lot of them had their like so many people ask me these questions, but I can never seem to find an like a very definite answer almost because I love all of them. You know, it was definitely um, you know, learning experience for everywhere. My mom here is saying Spain. She enjoyed Spain. I mean, we all did. It was so much like the Philippines, except
Yeah.
in like in Europe. Like you hear the same curse words, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So easy to understand.
yeah. Spain,
Yes.
Yeah.
Madrid, the Sagrada Familia.
Madrid. Yeah.
What was
Spain was great.
your favorite, like,
In
as one
Barcelona.
like mentioned, tourist spot, right? Like,
Yeah,
iconic place that you were, you know,
or
when you went there,
or institution.
you were so in awe when you saw it.
Ah, like an institution,
Or
like a
yeah,
school that I was.
tourist spot or
Memorial.
something, a memorial.
Oh, okay. It's probably like a tie between the pyramids in Giza in Egypt and I think the Louvre because I was exposed to art very early on, you know,
Yeah.
my mom being a painter and like everybody's in the family is also painting as well.
Mhm.
So when we were there in Paris, it was just like wow, so many paintings, and you know we got to see the Mona Lisa and everything. But yeah, and then and the pyramids as well. That was also a very interesting experience. Yeah. I have like stories of how we were bargaining over like the essential perfume oils that you know they manufacture as well because it's a very Egyptian thing for like perfume oils, and my mom got very mad at me when I was a kid because I not really accidentally, but I purposefully spilled the bottle down the drain
That's so strong.
we bought two, and I spilled one. I because I liked the bottle and I put like soap in it. You know how kids try to be like put potions or something. So she got very upset at me that day. But she had another bottle which was hers, so
And
it
that's
was
why
alright
she
because I
came
spilled
for
my
them.
perfume. She spent hours
Because
bargaining on it only for it to me to like dump it down the sink.
that's why. Yeah, the Egypt. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
amazing. Of course, it's like what one of the wonders of the
They're
world.
huge. Yeah. I didn't realize how big it was. Obviously, I was very small because you know I was in like third or fourth grade. But it
When
was
you go
so
now, you're
big to see, and we climbed and we went inside and we saw you know the hieroglyphs and the walls. It's all marble as well. But yeah, the
Amazing.
food.
So privileged to be exposed to various cultures and not
Correct. Yeah.
just the Filipino culture, but also to all. It makes you like not discriminate other people when you get to know
Right.
other
Yeah.
cultures.
That's true.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
how that's the first step to not discriminate people or to take other cultures for granted when you're actually living it and when
Exposed
you're
to it as
exposed to
well.
it, when you're there trying it out. So people will judge them less if they're there and understand why they're doing those things, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
exactly. Before you say something, oh, they're like this and like that in Germany, you have to be in
Yeah.
Germany and live here.
Yeah,
So,
definitely the one thing I learned was like when you know with all of this is that since if you're in like in you know in school and one kid doesn't speak the language or doesn't understand, you have to use a language that everybody understands. And that's something that I sort of tried to you know take with me because you know if I'm here and you know we're all speaking in you know Bisaya and stuff like that and we have like a friend who doesn't completely understand it, I it's always sort of the the international school kid to be like, hey, let's all speak in English.
Yeah, in that case, I was the friend before because wasn't able to speak a lot of
Yeah.
Filipino or Hiligaynon, and then I came to the
Mm,
school and I only was
yeah.
able to speak English, and everyone was speaking in their vernacular, and they were like
Mm-mm.
And
fun of
then,
me and calling me Kano. Because I'm not American. I'm a
or
German.
white.
Yes, all white. Yeah, and
Konyo.
German
Yeah,
Shepherd is also
also that.
yeah, but I was taking it on the bright side.
And of course, we had International Students Organization, which also helped a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
because
in high school. In CPU was
in
different because
CPU,
everyone was speaking in
in
English.
English.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, the organization helped a lot because
Oh.
you realize
Yes.
that you're not alone. There are other students who are also going through the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they are having a hard time. So there's a question here. From Jessica Gross, after traveling around the world, could you tell us a bit of a difference between the youth in the Philippines, like, generally, and other youngsters that you've
Oh.
met when you were traveling or living? I only those that you can remember.
Oh yeah, of course. It's I definitely had many culture shock moments. Very like it's okay. I think the most prominent one is when I went to Europe. You know, here when you're here in Asia, you call your teachers by ma'am, sir, then you bow. If
Mm.
they enter the classroom, it's just like a sign of respect.
Mhm.
When I went to school in Sweden, no, they don't call teachers by mama. We call them by their first name. So that was a very it's like well, because they believe that everybody, like they're in terms of respect, where they feel like
Mhm.
they believe that respect is it goes both ways, and where if I call you by your first name, you call me by my first name, and that's just how it goes in that sort of equality sense.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I definitely was like poked around by my classmates a lot, saying, "Why are you calling him sir? Stop calling him sir. Just call him by his name." I was like, "I'm sorry, it's a
Yes.
habit."
Same
Also,
here.
Asians are
Mhm.
very family centered, which yeah, we're very like here at least we celebrate Christmas with the family, and outside there you celebrate Christmas and New Year's with friends or colleagues and stuff like that. So that was also like when I was invited to go out for like different like places or something, if I remember correctly, it would always I'd be like, what, why are you not spending it with your mom and dad? um they're definitely very liberate. Youths abroad are definitely very liberated and very open.
Mhm. Mhm.
They're very maybe because of also the exposure, because there's a lot of immigrants as well. Um, they were very almost at ease to talk to. It's like everybody is almost an extrovert, like because everybody's like, hey, yeah, I do this and I do that, and they're very open and things like that. And here, not that they're not as open. It's more of like you find almost like your people in that sense. And with I think, but I think nowadays it's become very liberated as well, which is a nice balance to hear, because my friends are with the internet as well, with like Discord and servers and things like that. We all just get to know other people. But yeah, I think the main difference is just how they act as well. Like,
Mhm.
you know how you're taught in Asia to be, when you're in public, you're taught to be very prim and proper and to be well behaved and stuff like that. You're in the
Mhm.
classroom, you don't make a fuss, you don't, you just sort of take it and then you go sit down. But there, I just remember like every I mean, it put nicely as well, but like they were very sort of comfortable to be, to be themselves with the
Mhm.
teachers, and it was a very like if you're sad, you're allowed to cry in the classroom. If you're angry, you can be angry in the classroom, and there's safe spaces, those pillows and guidance counselors. So that was very like I was like, whoa, why, like for me. But yeah, I think that's like the main difference, I
You
guess.
know, Alia has shared a few points about the differences, but in, for me, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree to most of what you're saying. But for me, I think back home, the Philippines, the youth are more liberated as compared to the
Oh,
ones
okay.
in the liberated in terms that maybe I don't know. There's a difference.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah.
liberated here in Europe in terms of
Like speech.
understanding democracy, human rights,
Yes.
values of life and the environment. I think because they were taught in school, the
Yeah,
history,
yeah.
the rights, and they are free to speak it. You can see we
Yeah,
have a
that's what
lot
I
of
meant. Yeah.
activists here in Europe, right? Greta Thunberg is one because they don't understand that back home, that
Mm-hmm.
children here are taught to freely speak their mind,
Yeah, and like sort of
right?
like youth
But
empowerment
in
as
the
well.
Philippines, they're not. It's not being liberal morally. It's being liberal mentally.
Mentally.
There, I think they're
Yeah, of course.
morally liberated in the Philippines because actually here in Europe, you'd be surprised, they're very conservative generally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
very
yeah.
conservative in terms of dating. They don't have time to date because they just work. They're too busy working, and
Yeah.
yeah, people are generally go online dating already
Oh,
because they
wow.
meet people
Really?
online because they don't have time. So in the Philippines, are morally liberated, in which they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I enjoyed my sort of teenage experience here,
Yeah.
definitely. It was
Yeah.
not like how it was in the US, like how you see in movies, but it was
Yeah.
almost twice as fun. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you get invited into back before pandemic, of course, brief.
Mhm.
You get invited into parties,
Mm.
and I think my fondest memories in terms of just because oh my iPad's dying, but kids here commute like by themselves at like the age of 6,
Yes.
and like they take public transport even if it's like 20 to 30 minutes, which is very long here in the in the Philippines, but like 20 in the province as well. Like 20 to 30 minutes just by themselves alone in the jeep going to school or going to the mall or going somewhere. And my parents just didn't allow me to do that until I knew the roads. So I think I was dropped off everywhere until like grade 9 or something, or grade 8. But yeah, definitely. And like, I guess in terms of just like social acceptance, like like I said, like my fondest memories were going after school to like the street food vendors, and like me and my friends would go
There in the
around.
Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines here, we'd go
Yeah.
around for street food.
Yeah, there are a bit of similarities. Like our 6-year-old, he really insisted when he entered grade one, the first grade, that he has to go home by himself because the school makes
Oh.
sure of it that in their area, there are a lot of students of the same age, right, in
Yes.
the area. So they go home together. So they are taught in school that the streets are safe, that there are, people that they can come up to, the community is a safe place. So those are the things that are different. I think it's more on the mind. Children here are taught to be liberated, but mentally only because I'm very strict. As a mom,
Yeah, right.
they can't go to parties without my permission. Of course, they still get grounded. So most of the parents I know here who are Germans do the same. So yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay.
not so much difference, but I think the youth back home are more liberated. Not at an early age, they already drink, smoke,
Here or in the
in the Philippines, back home
Philippines?
and wilder as compared here,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think they have the wrong misconception of Germans that they are really, really wild. But when you come here, you'd be surprised. Malls are
Very
closed on
reserved.
Sunday. Yes. And on Sundays, everything is closed. There are no
Oh.
malls. Malls are closed. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, in Germany.
Wow,
You'd be
okay.
surprised.
Family day on Sunday.
It's a family day. Sunday is a family day.
Wow.
Restaurants are only open because they dine in.
Yeah.
People order, family order, so it's a time for families to get together.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's very surprising. There are a lot of things that will surprise you here in Europe as well.
Yeah.
So, do you see yourself also doing the same thing, like living in other country, moving out of the Philippines?
I think I'm not quite sure. Maybe like after I finish college, I definitely wanna, travel again. I miss it. I miss the smell of the airport. So yeah. I mean, we've been very nomadic growing up, so I might not be one to super settle down into like one place, but who knows the future.
Yeah,
Or maybe have to
exactly.
take my cards and shuffle them out.
And working from home is already part of our life. So maybe you work
Yeah.
at home and then you'd be traveling while working as well. It's also
Yeah,
possible, right?
right.
Yes, this would be
Yes.
also my question. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Wow.
You
I
don't
normally
know.
don't I normally don't see myself super far in because I usually take things like a day at a time. um,
And
but
me.
hopefully, just hopefully continuing doing what I enjoy doing. I've
Mhm.
started a bunch of 2021 was like a year where I did a lot of projects for myself, and I hope to continue that because I have like my small business. I do card readings as well.
Okay.
You
So
read it.
hopefully I'm still continuing that and doing well in that. Yeah.
What business?
I crochet. I crochet like scrunchies, and I'm currently doing like iPad and laptop sleeves and covers as well. I have a commission. I was crocheting in the other room earlier today. Yeah. So I also put like a new box self plug, I guess, that it's like a crochet kit where it has all your basic essentials and if you want to learn how to crochet, and it's all hand picked, good quality materials. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's what it is.
Oh, that's so
Okay. Do you
nice.
have already a website or a Facebook page where
I have an Instagram page and a Facebook page. Yeah, it's by Ali.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
That's something that a lot of those teenagers who doesn't know what to do already at home. They're just stuck at home. There's a box from Aaliaa that you can learn the basics of crocheting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Crocheting.
it's a good craft to do during the pandemic.
Yeah. And of course, boys, it doesn't limit to other
No,
genders.
no, I have guys and girls and
Yeah.
titas and titos ordering from me.
Yeah, I
And
saw one Olympian, right? He is a swimmer from UK, right? The one who was crocheting.
oh yeah, yeah.
Did
Knitting. He
he?
was knitting. Yeah.
He was knitting.
A
Yeah,
swimmer.
a swimmer. He's an Olympian, and he was knitting when it's not his time. He was waiting
I,
for
I,
his.
I, I saw the
I think you
image.
saw
I
that.
saw it, yeah.
He was doing a lot of things for a cause, so he was telling them the donating his work for a causes. So yeah, that's amazing. You saw him. So now, thank you so much for being with
Thank
us.
you.
And of course, for her final song, let's listen to her sing Smile by Nat King Cole.
Yay. Brought it out. um, there. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Yeah, it's a very short song, but it's super cute. I think it's mute again.
We know because we're trying to sing,
Oh.
so we don't want to disturb you. But
Mm,
it's
wonderful.
a very, very beautiful
Yeah,
classic
so
song.
quaint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there's you have a photo of
Yes, I picked out a photo from your business that you have, where we can see by Aaliaa.
yeah. So check it out on Facebook, right, or Instagram.
That is the Facebook page.
Okay. So
Both. Yeah.
also on
This
Instagram
also
page
okay.
as well.
Mhm.
Just
As well.
DM me and to order.
Yay! Yes. Please do follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Right? We already subscribed.
Yes, down below you can see
Oh.
YouTube and Facebook.
I have to
Yes.
restart my YouTube. I haven't posted in a long time.
So
This
you
is a
should.
sign.
Yeah. The
You
basics.
will pick it up. Yeah.
Definitely post this episode.
Yes, we thank you
Of
so much.
course.
We hope to have you again here on TalkAlley.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for
much for
coming.
having me.
Thank you for your time, and we hope that you continue to inspire.
Yes, we continue to inspire the next generation as well.
Yes, thank you. Please do inspire others. The beautiful
Thank you so
music.
much. Thank you so much.
Take care.
No, you guys are
Bye.
inspiring everyone already. Thank
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 you.
you. Say hi to
Bye.
your mom. Hi,
Yes,
Mataji. Thank
say
you.
greetings.
Of course.
Your mom. Is she
Everyone.
there? Oh, she's gone. Yeah, is she
Okay.
there?
Yes,
I want to
yes,
say hi.
I know I'm here. Sorry.
Is
1
your
minute. I'll
mom
quickly
there?
call her.
Okay.
Yes, she's in the. She's just behind me. I'll quickly call her.
Okay. Just not, mommy, come out.
So yeah, there's really nice songs.
I'll unmute there.
Hello, mommy.
Hello.
Hello.
You have a beautiful
Sige.
and
Ay!
lovely daughter
Oops.
here. Well, okay. Yay.
Sorry.
Happens all the time.
She's taking care of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me call her
She's
there
watching my
shortly.
Lola over there. Yeah.
Okay.
And anyone
Okay,
else you
okay.
want to greet your
I
classmates?
just want to say hi to her.
Yes.
And of course,
yeah.
say hi to your friends and your family. Hello, Ali.
Yeah, I think
Hello.
Please
We have
say,
comments here. What?
please say
Oh,
thank you to
Oh,
your friends and
Carrie.
family members.
so many of my friends are here. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much, really. I sent like I was so excited to be on here that I messaged all of them like, oh my god, I was invited to be on a podcast. So I messaged all of them and they've been messaging me throughout this and I can see their like replies and like little reactions here on my phone.
And
Yeah,
of course, a
thank you
lot of
so
people
much
from Europe
for having me here.
going to watch this. And
Yes, hi.
you, yes. Everyone, thank you so much. And of course, this is Aaliaa. And follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Please do subscribe and get to know more about her. Bye.
Bye, Aaliaa. Thank you very
I
much.
should start up my YouTube. Bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much for having me.
So, what a wonderful, wonderful, inspiring girl.
Yes, especially the one mentioned earlier for Hair for Hope.
Yes.
Yes. As for those who are interested, you can see again here down below in the ticker on how to contact them, hairforhope.heads@gmail.com. You will also see the mobile contact here for the Philippines and the Facebook page. That was very inspiring. I love the songs. For listeners and viewers, please comment down in the section below how you feel in this first week of the year. And we saw earlier Glenn was posting. He had his birthday a few days ago.
Hi Glenn,
So,
to our friend engineer Glenn Villacuatro.
Yes.
Happy birthday
Our
to
Iron Man.
you.
Thank you so much. And yes,
And everybody, thank you for watching us, of course. And see you again next week with our guest. Wait, who's our guest?
I think we have.
Week?
Do we have already our biohacks guest?
Oh, Yenfeed.
Yes. Yenfeed?
Austria.
Yenfeed, Austria.
Yeah, Yenfeed, Austria. The young generations are going to meet them next week. So we'll see you again next Sunday.
Yes, we wish you a happy Sunday, a rest week Sunday, and a happy next week working day.
Yeah, we hope everyone was inspired today by the music and, of course, by the art of Aaliaa.
Yes.
Yes, and what she does for the community.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
This is
Have a
Mike.
nice week ahead.
Bye.